Well, hello there.
Always here to listen.
My name is Sometimes Heather and I play Elder Scrolls Online. Last time, I promised to show you what I've done to my Ember, so here we go. I have previously shared a 3-part series on companions in ESO. You can check that out under that link. That series tells you how to claim each companion, what their likes and dislikes are, and also what their preferred roles might be, so we shan't go into full detail in this video. Ember can be claimed in High Isle in Tortriak. Ember is by far my favorite companion. She is a major princess who will, under your guidance, grow up to be quite a powerful friend. She is like wildfire, unpredictable and chaotic, and still loyal and eager to help. She has a childlike curiosity which I find most appealing, and she never fails to enjoy the little things in our virtual life. Ember encourages you, squeals in joy when you use your ultimate, admires you when you deal a lot of damage. I love that about Ember and really enjoy having her around. Now, let's look at abilities. I have built my Ember to support RCB, whose current build plays with damage shields and heals. First, we have Starfall from Major Skill line. This deals a set amount of flame damage to a single enemy. I have placed this first, so Ember would use this as a spammer. Next, we have Hurricane Visage from Mischievous Caster, one of Ember's class skill lines. This allows her to enter lightning form, which I think suits her personality really well. In this form, Ember resists damage and zaps enemies for a set amount of shock damage while the effect lingers. Moving on, we have Shocking Burst from Lightning Caller. This creates a nexus of storm energy at a target location and deals both instant and overtime shock damage to all enemies within reach. This is much like Lightning Flood from Stormcalling, but without the synergy. This is another fun ability, but can be swapped for something else if you'd prefer. Then we have Arcane Nova from Destruction Staff skill line. This deals a set amount of magic damage to all enemies around, with an added effect according to weapon type. If you have an Infernal Staff on Ember, Arcane Nova will apply the Burning status effect on enemies. Ice Staff will apply the Chilled status effect, and Lightning Staff will apply the Concussed status effect. I picked a Lightning Staff so that concussions would support RSB's build. Last, we have Skeletal Aegis from Undaunted skill line. This wraps Ember in a whirlwind of bone fragments, which reduces her damage taken for 6.5 seconds at a time. And while Skeletal Aegis is active, you can use the Bone Aegis synergy, which applies a damage shield on you for 6.5 seconds. This synergy provenly tracks RCB's monster set, Infernal Guardian, which makes this union very, very fiery. Ember can only have one ultimate, Raging Storm. This summons a thunderstorm to follow the target and to deal shock damage to both them and all enemies within reach. As the storm dwindles, it gathers all of its remaining power to deal even more damage to enemies under 25% health. This is a really cool ultimate, and I'm happy to notice that Ember doesn't use this sparingly. When ultimate meter is full, a storm arrives, no questions asked. You can, of course, control this yourself, but I like to let Ember do as she pleases. Our Khajiit friend is, after all, chaotic in nature, and it feels wrong to limit her chaos. I have dressed Ember in a Daedroth costume just for funsies and given her all sorts of mismatched equipment. I've gone for a combo of light and medium armor to increase damage and healing done. Not that my Ember really has heals anyway. For our weapon, I have chosen a Lightning Staff. The best trait would have been Aggressive, but those things cost an arm and a leg, so I went for Shattering instead. This trait gives a boost to penetration, which, in my books, is among the top 3 of traits. We have on an Aggressive Hat to boost damage done, Augmented Coat to increase the duration of buffs and debuffs, Prophilic Epaulets to increase ultimate generation, Focused Belt to bring a boost to critical strike rating, Shattering Gloves and Greaves to bring a further boost to penetration, and aggressive boots to top up damage done. For jewelry, we have a shattering necklace, a quickened ring, and an aggressive ring. I got really lucky with the golden ring. It fell from a reward coffer after the High Isle community event. This gear isn't optimized for maximum damage, it's honestly just pieces that have fallen into my hands. Some pieces I've bought, some I've found, and together they make my Ember what she is. A fun, chaotic companion I really like having around. Now let's see how I play with Ember and how she performs with LCB. I will keep my distance first and let Ember do her thing. I will use a scribed shield on her and activate Bone Aegis synergy if I can. Although my Ember isn't the most efficient fighter, she can easily get rid of a low-level enemy. But the real reason I like to have her around is the add she brings to concussed status effects. This really helps in combat, and also her ultimate comes in very handy. Ember as a companion is easy like Sunday morning. Gaining rapport with her is super fast. Picking out abilities is simple and straightforward as she is optimized to be a DPS SOG, and her reactions are most times very positive. Ember seems to like everything you do, and even when you mess up in her eyes, she just shows mild disappointment in your lack of skill. I've had Ember around since High Isle dropped back in 22, and she has never said anything that has upset me, unlike all other companions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next time, I thought we might look at subclassing a little bit. Thank you so much for watching and see you all later.